Yo, make sure that part of living right here. One, two, one, two. 1, 2, 1, 2, man. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Everybody doing this afternoon, you know, on the 23rd. What up, Nikita? Guy named Otis. What's up, everybody? It's lunch. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime. So I know a lot of people got a break right now. Some people got 30 minutes. Some people got an hour, you know. I'm only gonna be on here for an hour. What up? What up? What up? Bolden, Nikita, Aaron, Pam, Jerry, Ruth. You know, I just saw this story today that I wanted to want everybody to discuss on. I don't know if it's true or not. You know, it looked like it is true. You know, with this 63-year-old pastor. You know, man, he said breaks go by fast. You know, they got this 63-year-old pastor. He's a school dean too. And I don't know if y'all heard about that. He married an 18-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? The White Reed. The White Reed. Y'all could Google that. Y'all could type that in on Google, Yahoo, AOL. Y'all could check that out and you know, check that story out. What up, Davis? Anne Marie, greetings. Fred, what's up? What up, Francis? First time on your live. I try to do it at random times of the day, you know, but I know a lot of people working in the morning, some people work afternoon, evenings, overnight. You know, some people don't get the notification of the lives. So I recommend, you know, people to, you know, when you're subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell, you know, so you get those notifications. What's up, Ricky? So this passing the school dean, you know, he's 63 years old. 63 years of age, you know, and he's a bishop of an apostolic temple. And you know, he had married his he said, I work at a high school with deans. What up, Tyler? So his name is Dwight Reed, and he said he married his former student. Now you 63 years old and you marry an 18-year-old woman. You had to been looking at her before she turned 18 years of age, man. And not only have you had to look at her, you probably was looking at other, you know what I'm saying, girls, you know what I mean, in that type of age bracket. You know, him Sion said, you got kids. Yeah, I got kids. I got kids. I talk about my kids, you know, in a lot of videos. You know, my kids is like in the very beginning of this YouTube channel, you know, two of my boys years ago I had on here, you know, when we was practicing playing football, boxing and stuff like that, you know. So yes, I do have kids. Albert Fuller says, greetings, my young brother. It's good to see you making a stand for the Lord. Fight on, brother, fight. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, Dawn says, well, he did say he's been eyeballing her since she was 14 years old. That's crazy, man. That's just a sickening mind, you know. So he had to been, you know, what, 59 years of age. You know what I'm saying? So it's very sickening when you got perverts like that, and there's a lot of them in churches. You know what I'm saying? That's where they run to, most likely. They run to the churches and things like that because they know people is very vulnerable. They know some parents is vulnerable too, to you know lead the kids in a so-called care of these ministers, but they got sickening minds. You know what I'm saying? They got sickening minds. You know, a lot of them do, and I think he was married like 3 times or something like that. So I don't know what a 59-year-old, if he has been eyeballing her since she was 14. I don't know what 59-year-old sees in a 14-year-old girl, in a relationship type of marriage, type of sexual type of way. You got to have a sick mind. He ain't no bishop. You know what I'm saying? And even if he was called by God, what I'm saying, he fell off big time. Because you got a lot of men called by God, but they fall off. I mean, look at Judas. He walked with Jesus, and look what happened to him. So with a sickening mind like that, he got to be of the devil. She said, "I'm watching the Animal Planet, and a woman appears with her head uncovered and not wearing modest apparel, or a man with jewelry. Should I continue watching?" Tyler says, "I'm watching the Animal Planet." I mean, we watch the news and stuff like that, and a lot of those news people, they ain't saved. You know, we got to know the weather. You know what I'm saying? You know, we go to Walmart, we buy food. A lot of these people ain't saved. You know, a lot of the cashiers got jewelry and stuff like that, and a lot of the I'm a truck driver. I deliver the food and stuff like that before. They deliver to Walmart. So it's like, are we not going to buy food because the truck driver or delivery people or distribution company people wearing jewelry and stuff like that? So you just got to know how to differentiate things. I watch certain movies. I try to watch family oriented type of movies and things like that. I was watching Johnson Family Vacation, Sister Act, stuff not with like, violence and satanic things and stuff like that. Just more so like family oriented, no profanity. I try my best to differentiate things. Sometimes it's hard, because even with the Animal Planet, I understand what you're saying. Like it's tough to watch because it's not a lot of holy stuff on TV, even when you're trying to watch the news, so it's just got to be mindful of things like that. So, but me in general, I just watch sports. I just watch sports. That's it, or just tune into the truth of God every day, all day. But if I'm watching a movie, I try my best, to watch something like family oriented and things of that nature. You know, and I really don't watch movies because they're entertaining, but some movies you could just learn from. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. Some things you could relate to, or see the relation, or you could see the differential things upon life itself. Nikita Robinson says, that happens a lot. The old heads just be waiting for them to turn legal. Got to teach our daughters about these men. Absolutely. I got two daughters, two young daughters, and I'm gonna give you this story upon my two young daughters. When my oldest daughter was young, and I was at this cookout, whatever the case may be, and I think a family member of whatever, what I'm saying, a family member in Gino, took her hand and kissed it, and I got heated, and it was about to go down. This was like years ago. Like, I'm just overprotective like that. What I'm saying, I don't care if it was genuine or whatever. What I'm saying, like, I don't play those games. You know what I mean? It's just a, hey, how you doing? Don't touch my daughter. I don't know, no hugs, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real overprotective. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. I don't care who you is. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, don't even kiss my daughter's hand. You know what I mean? I don't play that. So, a guy named Otis says he's old enough to be her granddaddy. You know what I mean? In some cases, great granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Dixon says, when are you uploading Gino's old classics? I'm still waiting on Amazon, you know what I mean, to deliver that cassette converter. I was gonna play one today over the live, but the cassette converter didn't come yet. You know what I mean, for me to play it. Blessing to you, Angela. Now the movies are all antichrist. Yeah, they are. It's tough to watch just a good family oriented movie, positive movie. You know what I mean? It's just like music. You know what I mean? All this nonsense in the lyrics and things like that. It's tough to, to hear something that's like new and positive or whatever the case may be. That's why you got to go. Even like we spoke about gospel rap. We spoke about Kurt Franklin. You know what I mean? A couple of conversations ago. Like the old Kurt Franklin was aight, but the new Kurt Franklin in these days, nah. I don't know what happened to Kurt Franklin. I don't know what happened to a lot of them. They really fell off. I don't hear too much from Hezekiah Walker. He was aight. You know. Katie Jones says, "What's up, bro? What up?" Barbara, many are not called by God, but by man. Jesus said, we are chosen. Absolutely. Some of these cartoons are demonic. Yeah, I think I put out a video about that. I don't know, probably like last year, 2 years ago, when Gino was talking about, even in the cartoons, things are satanic. There was this one cartoon that I came across. It was called Uncle Grandpa. You know what I mean? It's just weird. How can a cartoon be called Uncle Grandpa? You know what I mean? That sounds like it has some type of, incest somewhere in it. You know what I mean? Or two male cartoons kissing, or two women cartoons kissing. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Katie Jones said, "I seen this story. He's been grooming that young girl, talking about your headline." Yeah, yeah. I mean, I figured that. You know what I'm saying? That he been had some interaction with her. Wooing her mind, placating with her thoughts. Probably spoiling her. You know what I mean? Telling her, baby, I love you. Baby, I take care of you. All that sweet pillow talk. Most of us guys did before in the past, or still doing. But the only difference is, this guy's 63 and she's 18 years old, which is sickening. You know what I'm saying? Like someone said earlier, like, he been dealing with her since she was 14, or rather, he had eyes on her since she was 14 years of age. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. What up, Naomi Hope? So I just don't understand, why a 63-year-old would want to marry an 18-year-old. You know what I mean? It's just sick. The truth, the whole truth. What makes this story worse is that the father walked his daughter down the aisle. Wow, wow, man. I ain't nope. I would honestly. I'm gonna be straight up and down like 6 o'clock. No, we got to go in the backyard, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go in the backyard. You know what I mean? Anybody from the hood knows, all the bathrooms, Somebody brought that up today, how we used to, go in the bathrooms in high school and, just get it in. Or go in the backyard, you know what I'm saying, and get it in. We got to go in the backyard or the bathrooms to get it in because he I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get no physical action towards him. Just because, I don't care if he's a bishop or a pastor, he should know better. You know what I mean? You should definitely know better. And for that father to walk his daughter down the aisle, he just as sickening. He just as sickening as that 63-year-old bishop who married his daughter. You know, I don't know if they in it for the money. I don't know if they in it for the attention, but it's just crazy. Carmen says anything sinful or can lead to sin. I don't want no parts of it. I ask God to guide my steps, lead me on to the right path. Francis said years ago, a man make a move at my 14-year-old niece. Oh, did I put him in his place? Oh man, yeah, man, you gotta definitely watch these old heads, man. I really don't. Me personally, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. It's so many older women out there that that may fit their age bracket. As far as like for marriage, in general. So it's just crazy. It's just sick. I just caught wind of the story, not too long ago. She said Chappelle. He'll be getting more than Chappelle, you know what I mean? He'll be definitely getting more than a Chappelle. Absolutely. Tyler says they tried to sneak and satanic messages in kids' movies now. Yeah, they do. They definitely do with this magic and these symbols and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I believe Stephen Dollins, he talked about that years ago. Stephen Dollins, he talked about that. Angela Smith says, "Lust is an evil spirit. I am glad you're looking out for your girls. Thank you. Women need good men that stand up." Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm sure. I'm definitely I'm definitely watchful. I mean, may the Lord forgive me, if I protect my daughters in a manner of physicality, because that's what men's supposed to do. They supposed to protect their daughters. They supposed to. I understand we following truth and stuff like that. And this goes to speak about self defense. A couple conversations ago, when I spoke about one guy from the city I'm from, Jersey City. He came to me on Facebook or whatever the case may be, and he spoke about self defense is of the devil and stuff like that, martial arts, boxing. So I asked him. I said, you know what? If I asked him, what if your daughter was walking down the street and she was to get mugged or raped? You know what I mean? And I was just there, what I mean, to walking down the block or walking in the area. Would you want me to help her or just walk away? He was basically saying that he would allow it to happen. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even protect his daughter or nothing. So I had to break it down to him, like, if a woman is happen to get raped or whatever the case may be, and she's trying to get off, okay. But if a woman or whatever the case may be took some self-defense classes and things like that, she's just learning the techniques on how to get out of certain submissions. She's just learning the techniques and she's building the confidence just in case something like that happens. That's what self-defense only is. It's just perfecting. It's just knowing how to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Because if I've seen a lot of fights and stuff like that, or hear a lot of people get raped and stuff like that, they don't know how to defend themselves. It's so easy to do. I ain't talking about going to self defense to kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you want to defend yourself because there's a lot of creeps out here. You know what I'm saying? In general. Bolin says, question: how does holiness view women in sports such as basketball? I explained this the other day. I saw a brother on Facebook. His daughter plays basketball. And she's good. So, and she was dressed modest. She was dressed modest. I don't know how to describe the clothing too well, but how she was dressed, it wasn't revealing or nothing. I guess the school allowed it for religious purposes and religious beliefs. I've seen Muslim women, play sports and they had they head covering and things like that on. So we in holiness, have the same rights as other religions do. Not saying, we a man-made religion, but we have those same rights. We just gotta really pound on them about that. You know what I'm saying? We could play basketball. It's just how you dress yourself. You know what I mean? You got to find those type of modest clothing, modest sporting clothing to play those sports, to work out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But his young daughter plays basketball, and she was dressed modest while she was playing basketball for the basketball team of that school. That's my first time ever seeing that. Like, I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. The school allowed, well, they gotta allow it because it's the law for her to dress in modest apparel and modest sporting apparel like that. So that's why I think that was one of the cases Gino was talking about us having our own business and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So if we see a woman, we don't know that certain modest clothing could help us out in our workouts and playing basketball and stuff like that. Somebody said yesterday they don't play basketball because it's of the world. I incorporate basketball into my workouts. I mean, so it's good. It's great for conditioning and stuff like that. Just because I play basketball, that doesn't mean I put shorts on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put shorts on when playing basketball. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You don't have to put tight clothes on when you're working out. You don't have to. You know. So Marilyn says, have you guys heard about the recent news on UFC fighter Kane. The world is getting worse. I haven't heard about the UFC fighter Kane. I'll look it up right now. I'll definitely look him up. She said the UFC fighter Kane. I'm trying to see what is it that you're talking about. What up, Dodge Cat or Dog Cat, or however you pronounce that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like as far as like apparel, you know what I mean. Hold on, okay. Let's look at it. Former UFC heavyweight champion King denied bail, attempted murder. You talking about the UFC fighter that was I guess he's some type of attempted murder or whatever the case may be. Pickleball, I see you. Francis said things I used to watch on TV, I just don't watch them. Where's Lisa from? Okay, let me see some of these comments. Being baptized in the church. Can girls play sports? I answered that. Sorry if I'm backed up on the messages. Sorry. Brother Harvin, what's your accent? And thanks for putting out the truth. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey originally. Jersey City, New Jersey. But I live out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. North Carolina, I live, you know. So he said going into the backyard. What's good? What's good? Jesus is coming. Stay vigilant. What's up? Peace, Larry. He said, is it a sin to play fight and box? I mean, if you play fight with your spouse, you play fight with your kids, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just some people just be like overdoing things. They be overdoing things. Somebody said yesterday, boxing is of the devil. He said boxing is of the devil, but if you got a mug or somebody, you know what I mean, trying to cause physical harm on you, and you don't know how to fight at all to defend yourself, to subdue them, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But me here, my family, my kids, they gonna learn how to defend themselves as far as like subduing a person, and I guess getting away from the person in general. You're not gonna sit there. People say, "Oh well, Jesus did it," and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? We human. You know what I'm saying? Jesus had no sin at all. He had no sin at all. So we could strive to be like Jesus. That most definitely strive to be like Jesus. But some people just be overdoing things, like, you know what I'm saying? So if your daughter is getting jumped or something like that, or if she's getting beat up, and you ain't around, or even if you are around, what you gonna do? Stand there? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, play fighting and stuff like that is cool. You know, if you're talking about video games and stuff like that, I mean, I don't see me personally. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't play fighting games or nothing like that. But if you're talking about like physical, like play fighting with your spouse, with your kids, you know what I mean? Fine. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't, hurting each other or know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? He said Katie Jones, her father was sleeping with his daughter. That's funny, Katie Jones. That's funny. I have boys, and when they were little, Dawn says, I told them not to let even a close male relative kiss them. I'm one of the mama bears who protective. I would slap you silly. Yeah. How does Holiness view women in sports? I answered that already. Francis says this old man must have some kind of force on his child and her dad. Yeah, they have sick minds. Absolutely. The whole truth says, yes, I would have laid hands on that so-called bishop. And I don't mean praying for this bishop. Yeah, man, like everybody ain't all the way there. Everybody ain't all the way there. When it comes to physical things, such as like this 63-year-old, what you gonna do if somebody, mess with your 14-year-old daughter, in a sexual manner? Like, although they probably hit it to the best of their ability, but that father, he knew, he deserved a chappelle. He definitely deserved a chappelle. They both deserve to be locked up. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I view the father as an accomplice. That's how I view the father, as an accomplice. You know. So Larry Burke says, how do you feel about owning a firearm? When I was in the state of Maryland, as I tell people, um, I was in the academy last year and stuff like that, and they taught me how to, clean a gun and stuff like that. Glock 19. and they issued me in the state of Maryland last year Glock 17 Gen 5 and stuff like that. And it's justified that you can go hunting, in general. So I mean that is certain things, like I said, like it's hard to come up to the understanding of things. It is basically what you got the firearms for. Are you using it for sporting? Are you using it for hunting? Are you using it for because you want people to fear you and things like that? So it's like, even if you're a law enforcement officer, I mean, you get to carry your gun, in America any way you want, based upon the LEOSA and things like that. So I mean, and plus there's a lot of states, especially in the South, that got the open carry, and it's easy to get permits and stuff like that as long as you ain't got no felonies and things of that nature. Some people are armed security, some people are police officers, some people are in the military. Some people got guns for sporting. Some people just got guns just because they like guns, cleaning guns, building guns and stuff like that. It all depends, but for the most part, for hunting use, for hunting uses only. It's what's taught by Apostle Jennings and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I haven't heard him speak on, like, if you're a police officer, and you've been issued a gun, or if you're some type of security, you've been issued a gun and things of that nature. I haven't heard too much on that. So it's a good topic, Lord willing, I'll come across more topics, more information on that, But I do know, I think a couple of conversations ago, some people was talking about they got their firearm and stuff like that in the house, because honestly, man, people don't want to have firearms, but look what's going on, look what's going on. I had, I think it was like, I don't know, it was like last week or something, like on a Saturday night, some guy, come ringing my doorbell, man, 11:30 at night. And I'm laughing like, yo, is it one of these YouTube hecklers? He rang my bell and whatnot. And I looked out the door. I'm like, yo, what I'm saying? He's like, wrong doorbell. And then, he came back ringing my bell, you know, and, stuff like that. So I see why people, bearing firearms, because people knocking on people's doors and they knocking them over in the head. You know what I'm saying? So me, I mean, I don't mind action like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind action because, sometimes, rather all the time, people like that who just want to go to people's houses and knock them over the head, they deserve a chappelle and they deserve to be put in prison. You know what I mean? So some people bear arms for different reasons and things of that nature. You know. So okay, Jerry says, I trained my daughter to defend herself. Was in the army before I went down in water. It's how you carry yourself. Angela Smith says. Robert says, meant to say agree. We don't play that tickling and blowing on baby stomachs. Yo, D, he said Deacon, yeah, Tyrone Jennings. Yep. He said he hit that he hit that one hard. Yeah. Deke cool. Deke cool. Deke. Shout out to Deacon Jennings. Bolden says thanks. Sade says seen this before. It's great. Balling. Is it balling? Balling. You Jim Jones? Francis says that's right now. Jerry says, oh, 95 South. 95 South. Hey girl, Tony, you bet. Naomi Holmes says, Tony, you better not put on no tights. Al Chappelle, I ain't putting on no tights. No way. Um, you talking about if you talking about like compressed things and stuff like that for a good workout, I recommend those to put those underneath like sweatpants and stuff like that, so you get a good workout. But there's some people out there that wear tights working out and stuff like that. I mean, I don't recommend that. Me personally, that's crazy though. They want to. Francis said, I used to live in Jersey City for 17 years. It was rough. What part of Jersey City, Francis? What part? Name him. Stay blessed. You too, Pam Davis. Don Baldwin says some of these people with their comments need to watch PJ sermons on overzealous Christians. Kitty Jones says put them paws on them. Jehovah's Child says don't let folks play fight with your younger children. I heard a testimony, a young woman who said, "No, I'm not talking about playing fight with the children. I'm talking about playing fight with your spouse. You know, I'm talking about play fight with your own children. You know, I ain't talking about nobody playing fight with your kids unless he's a boxing coach or she's a boxing coach and they teaching them boxing in the gym and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? We playing fight with our own kids, or we playing fighting. You know, if you got a spouse, I'm not talking about, you know what I mean, some strangers and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. You know, if my child gets jumped, Lord help him, cuz. Oh man. Hey, from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, they also said Jesus was of the devil. Sports are better than drugs. I believe you can play sports and not be evil. Put God first always. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You definitely could play sports and be of God, you know. I'm not too fond of the knowledge of Tim Tebow, but when he was in college, you know, he was profession being a Christian, Tim Tebow, even in college, you know. So I respect Tim Tebow, you know, the one who played NFL football, and I believe he played baseball too. You know, he was in college. You know, even though he was an athlete, good athlete, you know, he was professing Christ. You know, but I don't know too much of that story. You know, if he was, you know, just doing it because, or he was really doing it. Somebody mentioned Cornelius Bundridge, a professional boxer, you know, professing Christ. It's a lot of athletes professing Christ, you know, who's really professing Christ, you know, and they doing it the right way. Greetings, Juan. What's up? What's up? Um, Num Tucson says, when was the last time you seen Gino? What do you mean in person? Are you talking about in person? I mean, because COVID was here like 2 years now, and you know, I haven't, you know, seen him since then. You know, after a meeting in person. You know, once COVID hit, it just, you know, went crazy. You know, he says no guns. We got God. Yeah, you said no guns. We got God. You know, it just brings me back to, you know, what if somebody's a police officer? What if somebody's an armed security guard and things like that? You know, so some people go hunting. Some people use firearm for hunting, you know, because they want to eat healthier. You know, actually, you know, when you hunting for deers and stuff like that, it's actually more healthier, you know, to eat that stuff than to, you know, actually go to Walmart and buy, you know, chicken with hormone, with like enhanced stuff like that within on the inside. So if you killing deers and rabbits and stuff like that, and you clean them out, it's actually more healthier eating. You know what I mean? So, you know, even with the Amish people, they got healthy eating, definitely eating healthy. People got their own farms. They eating more healthier than us, you know, because, you know, that's why you want to get like organic foods and things, like try to eat as healthy as possible. So that's why people go hunting for the most part for like animals and stuff like that is actually more healthier eating, you know. Mr. Harvin, Stacy says, Mr. Harvin, did you see that Governor of Florida snatched the title away from Linda Thomas, the transgender, in the swim meet and gave it to Emily, saying she is the rightful winner? Your thoughts? I don't believe no transgender male should be in no female sports. He's still a man. You know what I'm saying? He's still a man. You know, he still got man strength and things like that. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I believe this. I don't know if this is the right person, but I believe when the transgender was competing and with the males, they wasn't as good. But when it got with the females, they became number one. I don't know if that's the story, but I do believe that no male should be in no female bracket of competing at all. That's cheating right there. That's just pure cheating. You know what I mean? So, what up, Barry? What's up? Can Christians wear shorts as long as it covers the knees? Can Christians wear shorts? You know, again, when I was in the academy, we wore shorts. You know what I'm saying? Working out, but we had the compressors on. We had compressors, you know what I'm saying, underneath that, you know. So the compress would like it would keep from things being revealed and stuff like that. So it's things you can do to alter that. So for certain things won't be revealed and things of that nature. So it all depends how you wear the shorts, because back in the day we didn't have this stuff, or we didn't know about certain alters to, shorts and compressors, and some people wear long socks, some people wear sweats under their shorts. A lot of things you can do for things not to be revealed, upon shorts. Me personally, I like to wear sweatpants, in general. You know what I'm saying? Or thin sweatpants. I don't wear shorts too much. I think I went to Vegas last year. It was so hot out there. I mean, it was hot. It was burning up out there. It was burning up. There's no way you could wear jeans. There was no way I could wear I could wear sweatpants or nothing. It was just hot. It was burning up out there in Vegas. It had to have been like 120 out there. Straight up. And I wouldn't recommend nobody to wear no sweatpants or shorts. Excuse me, no sweatpants or pants to weather that can possibly you can have a heat stroke. Or just don't go outside. I just had one to visit the Mayweather gym when I went out there, and it was just so hot. I just couldn't put sweatpants on, so I had to put shorts on. You know what I'm saying? I just had to, for health reasons and stuff like that. But you put the compressors on underneath it, You know what I'm saying? But everybody got different, things about, wearing shorts and stuff like that, So correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I mean? Gov, he did the right thing. Yeah, he absolutely did the right thing. Lorraine Scales, what's up? Hunting game for food, not cool, not for people that did that in the army. May God forgive me. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Men need to play with men, and women need to play with women. Stop trying to confuse everybody. Like, if you want to live for the devil, do it by yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Internet Francis says, "I'm afraid of guns, but not saying that if." A lot of people are afraid of guns. I mean, I've shot guns before, handled guns before. Handled the Glock 19, Glock 17. It was like one other gun I handled. I forgot. You know, it was. I'm not promoting it, but it wasn't all that bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's part of the job, whatever the case may be. You know, Juan says guns can easily protect from wild animals. Yeah, guns it can. It can. It really can. You know what I mean? It really can. You know what I'm saying? And but some people would resort to pepper spray carrying. For like animals and stuff like that, like was it like beer pepper spray or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Some people get attacked by dogs and possums and things like that, and it's like, what can you do? You know what I mean? If you're in that situation, it's like, what can you do? You know. So it's all up to it's a touchy topic when you're talking about guns and protection of yourself and stuff like that. Katie Jones says, "Don't be walking around like Princess Poof." He said, "What do you think about these young folks carjacking folks in New Orleans? They killed a 73-year-old lady." Katie Jones says, "What do you think about these young folks carjacking folks in New Orleans? They just killed a 73-year-old lady." Back in Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey was known for carjacking. Newark, New Jersey, when I was young and stuff like that. So, although Jersey City and Newark was 15 minutes away, I had family out there in Newark, New Jersey, and they would do stuff like that. Carjack and steal your car and whatever the case may be. And I really don't get why, but some people, I'm not justifying it, but some people just, you know not some, most people, who all of them who does that, are full of the devil. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that one has to result into carjacking, and then when they get the car or whatever the case may be, they kill them. They still kill them. They're not satisfied. Del Morris, what's up? I'm an essay and what the crime rate of guns seems logical. I'm in the hood, so it's rough. But as I'm on a journey of seeking God's favor and wisdom, I simply don't engage in anything that involves guns. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can agree. I can definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? If we lost in the desert, I'll eat you. Huh. Well, if I'm lost in the desert, I'm running, man. I got good condition. You know what I'm saying? To run. You know. Hit that like button, y'all. Shannon Bolden. You can't catch me. He's been the better man. Whoop. Sweatpants and turtlenecks. It says sweatpants and turtlenecks. What up, David? What up, Dave? What about swimming gear? Jasmine Green writes. Man, me personally, I don't swim. I would recommend, some people got their own swimming pools. If you're going out there to the public, you know what I'm saying? If you're going out there, with trying to go in the pool, the ocean. I believe Gino was talking about how, they went somewhere and the women of holiness, they went on a beach, but they was like fully dressed in modest apparel and stuff like that, So it was like it's tough, with swimming gear. I'm not sure if they got modest apparel on that. You might want to check Under Armour. You want to check that out. I mean, I'm not too sure if you're gonna swim in sweatpants and a sweatsuit and a hoodie, covering yourself or a plastic suit or something, So I don't know too much about that, but I do know if you get in the water and if you get all wet up, it's gonna really show your shape. It's really gonna reveal some things on a woman, when they go swimming, and that happens, in general with women, they get in the waters and stuff like that, and they get wet, and it just reveals things, So me personally, if I haven't seen nobody with any type of modest apparel when going swimming, that's a good question right there. I mean, if you could find modest apparel for swimming, then let me know. You know, me personally, I don't go swimming. You know, Gino teaches against having guns, but he never said it's a sin to own one. He teaches against right. He teaches against having guns, but he justifies having a gun if you're going hunting. I believe also, correct me if I'm wrong, if your job, such as a police officer, correctional officer, you know, armed security, it'd be justified, because it's a job. I mean, a lot of people who are police officers, they don't have the mindset to kill. They don't have the mind. Some people who are police officers have been, working in police field for 25 years, 30 years, and haven't even pulled out their gun. You know what I'm saying? Never had the mindset to even pull out their gun and never did. But it was just they have to have that firearm. You know what I'm saying? Being a police officer. You know. So you say he never he said he never but he never said it was a sin to own one. Right, and he says, I'm gonna have to go back to that video and really analyze it again. Kitty Jones says, "Great sweatpants." LOL. Jerry Murray says, Colin Jones says, having a gun for food and hunting purposes is different than having a gun thinking you need it to protect you. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what I think Gino spoke about. You know, hunting, you know, hunting deers, hunting rabbits. So yeah. David D says, use those hands. He said use those hands. He said use those hands. He said I ain't pepper spraying no bull. They gonna feed this. Well, I mean, no comment. I mean, hey, if you got a firearm, you hope you up to par with the laws on how to use that. You know, so just be careful. Just be mindful. If y'all got firearms and stuff like that. David Hernandez says, Tony, do you own a gun? I explained it that last year Maryland, they issued me a firearm. Um, Basically it was easy to get it because I was in the academy, for Prince George's County Office of the Sheriff. You know, so they taught me stuff like that. As far as cleaning a gun and things like that. And of course, I had to shoot the gun to learn. When you're in the academy and things like that. And it's just one of those situations where it's like you probably need a little bit more understanding. I understand, hunting, and I'm looking at that because it's more healthier eating when hunting, as far as like hunting. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna look into that, because it just looks interesting. And of course, I want to eat healthy. But if you own a gun for like, because you want to be big and bad, or, you just want to feel good about yourself, like I said earlier, people is really arming themselves because of what's going on in these days. It's rough out here, you know. So, yeah. Yes, evilness keeps spreading and hitting young and old. Chile is hot in Miami. Naomi Hope get to work. Their parents need a in their tails, and the kids. Apostle Thomas. Apostle Thomas. Where you been? Apostle Thomas, where you been? Apostle Thomas, where you been? You know what I mean? All truth ain't up here. Man. I wonder where God's man for life, where he at? Juan says, I have a LTC in Texas. I own 3 firearms that I keep it in the safe 99% of the time. When I carry in my car, I think of wild animals, not shooting people. Yeah, I mean, where people live, man, could be a lot of wild animals. It could be, it definitely could be a lot of wild animals, and only a bullet will, subdue these animals. So, I mean, if y'all could, uh, write that question down and send it to the truth of God, most definitely. That's a good question. That's a definitely a good question. You know what I'm saying? Jerry says, "Believe me, the gun is not the answer." One brother worked as a police, and he was talking about having his gun to protect the church on our security unit. Brothers have to be taught about this gun situation for real. I mean, if he's a police officer and he wanted to work on a security unit at the church, if I was an officer, I would respect that. You know, they don't allow firearms on a security unit. If you're talking about First Church, some people probably have their firearms in their vehicle, when coming to church. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? Okay. David D. Question: Do you believe the Son of God is in heaven according to the book of Revelation 2:18? 2:18. We spoke about the Son of God before. We spoke about the Son of God the other day, but um, let me read. Let me read what David D is talking about. It's okay to switch the topic up. You know, he said you said Revelations 2:18. 2:18. We're going to Revelation 2:18, and I'm gonna see what he's talking about. David D. David D says, "Do you believe the Son of God is in heaven according to the book of Revelations 2:18?" I'm going in right now, man. 2:18. My fault. He said chapter 2, verse 18. All right. We about to go there right now. He said, okay. Hmm. All right. He said Revelations 2:18. Let me show him there. Are you talking? I'm in the King James version, all the Holy Scriptures. Um, he says, "And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira, right, these things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass." I mean, how can that justify? Are you talking about a natural body like you and me that's in heaven right now? Are you talking about a natural body? Because Some people don't know how to differentiate the natural body and the glorified body. You know what I'm saying? That's in heaven right now. You know, some people said there's a natural body with flesh and blood. Some people say flesh and bones. You know, it's just some people just be all over the place with that topic, and that topic was a little. It was tough to come up to. You know, it took some months recently for me to really get in tune with that topic. You know what I'm saying? Of the Son of God. You know, because I see a lot of people, especially from that organization in Mobile, Alabama, they come with the questions, knowing they heard the sermons on Gino, knowing they hear the sermons on his channel or other channels, and they still continue to ask the same questions. You know what I'm saying? You know. So okay. Let me read. Let me read. Okay, okay. All right. David Hernandez says the Son of God. David Hernandez said the Son of God is alive and sitting. No, David Hernandez says the Son of God is alive and in heaven, sitting on the throne. Okay, David Hernandez. What body? A natural body, a glorified body. What body? What up, Nick? What up, Nathan? All right. Okay. He says Jehovah's Child says, but aren't you supposed to kill the animals by slicing the throat and then draining the blood, not by a bullet unless it's a stun gun? I mean, who's going to? A deer is not going to allow you to slice his throat. You know what I'm saying? A deer is way stronger than a human being. You know what I mean? I'm not going up to no deer trying to slice his throat. You know what I mean? No way. You know what I'm saying? But there's a brother on Facebook. He hunts and he cleans the deers. I don't know how he do it. He good at that. He definitely good at what I mean, hunting deers and draining the blood and cleaning it and cooking it and stuff like that. That's beautiful. You know. Okay, Tony, did you see Pastor Gino Jennings praying for me on my page? Um, Screenshot it, send it to my inbox. What up, Maurice? What up, Harley? What's up? Okay. He said glorify. He said David Hernandez said glorified flesh, glorified flesh. Glorified flesh, glorified flesh. What scripture is that, David Hernandez? You know what I mean? What scripture is that? Naomi Hope. What up, Adele? What up? Yeah, you kind of late. I'm usually on here for no more. Try to be on here no more than an hour. Got about 8-9 minutes left on here. So we talking about the 63-year-old. We talking about the 63-year-old pastor who married the 18-year-old. And then he switched up to talking about apparel for sports. Now we're talking about guns. Now we're talking about the Son of God. You know what I mean? Okay. Jehovah's Child says Jesus' body was glorified. Jehovah's Child, glorified. A natural body or spiritual body? David Hernandez says natural flesh. David Hernandez says natural flesh. That's what David Hernandez said. Natural flesh. No, glorified flesh. Excuse me. I apologize. Beg your pardon. He says glorified flesh, David Hernandez. Rashid White says a glorified body. The Bible says that no flesh shall marvel in the Lord's presence. Well, David Hernandez says glorified flesh. I never heard of glorified flesh. I never heard of that. Never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah's Child says flesh and blood cannot enter heaven. That's what the Bible says. The corrupt must put on incorruption. Francis says, I knew it as a spiritual body from reading the understanding. For lack of knowledge, the people perish for lack of knowledge. Misfit. David Hernandez says David Hernandez says, after the resurrection, Jesus' body got raised, glorified. It became supernatural, like the spirit inside it. That's why the flesh was disappearing and appearing right before the people's eyes. That's what David Hernandez says. Juan Garcia says, I was following a false teacher the past few months on TikTok, Facebook. He gave himself up a few days when he bared false witness 4 times on Gino, and I called him out and he blocked me. What was that false prophet name at Juan Garcia? What was his name? What's his name? What was that false prophet name? You know, what was his name? Okay, Jehovah's Child says, in the twinkling of an eye, we will be changed. There is no, you mean flesh and blood in heaven, you know? So I'm trying to get what David Hernandez said that, is glorified flesh in heaven right now. He said glorified flesh, you know? Vision target shoot. Don't you think the debating is time consuming? And let Gino deal with it. I mean, a discussion is a discussion is a discussion. You know, what I mean. Gino justifies. People can have a discussion in general. As long as they know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's respectful and stuff like that. You know, but I get questions of the same thing every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? it's like every day, all day. So it's like, I talk about it, but I'm not debating. You know what I mean? I'm not debating. I'm just, just basic conversations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why I call it, live conversations. You know, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And somebody had asked me a question. Do I think the Son of God is in heaven? You know, according to Revelation 2:18, I read it and I asked him. You know what I mean? Grant says, what you talking about, E Grant? E Grant, Tony, you are a Yankee. What is that? What are you talking about? The baseball team? What are you talking about, Grant? What are you talking about? Help me to understand what you're talking about, Grant. Please help me. You know. So we about to wrap this up. About to wrap this up. Rashid White says 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 29 through 31. A vision target shoot, man. We was talking about the 63-year-old pastor, who married an 18-year-old woman, and sometimes people come with different questions and the topics just change up. You know what I'm saying? Follows of that way says, he says, what do you think about Black Hebrew Israelites saying whites and Asians don't go to heaven? Man, listen, I always bring Cornelius into the picture of the Italian band. If you go into the scriptures with Cornelius, Google Cornelius, Google that. But the Black Hebrew Israelites, they really don't know what they're talking about. Vision Talking Shoe says, personally, I like debating because it sharpens me like sparring. Ooh, good one. Good one, Vision Talking Shoe. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It does. It does. It does. You know what I'm saying? It does. But some people just be like ignorant with it. You know what I mean? Some people be ignorant with debating and having a discussion. And you also said, but I think people who are harassing it don't work with them. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely like sparring. Absolutely. You know, definitely. I definitely agree. E. Grant says, I asked you, yeah, I'm American. What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Am I American? What I look like? You asked me, was I an American? Wow, man. I'm African American, man. Oh my goodness. Born and raised in America. I ain't got no type of island descent, nothing. You know? Wow. Rolling with Angie TV. Tony, I thank God for you, brother. I feel alone out here in New Orleans with this holiness thing. No one cares. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We're gonna strive together and we're gonna pray for each other for sure. Holiness is it. Holiness is a lifestyle in which, I'm willing to, go through with it. So thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Nathan Cowan says a false prophet say we don't have any apostles. Now thank God I know better. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Followers of the way, as long as we debate respectfully, it's just like sparring. Yeah, 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 man. Like as Gino says, just know what you're talking about. Just know what you're talking about. Just know what you're talking about. If it's a topic that I'm not too sharp in, I'm not going to debate nobody on. I'm not going to, think I know everything on it. I'm gonna take my time out, probably a couple of months to study the topic. Study some more True of God videos and get more sharper in it. Get more sharper. But I do say having biblical discussions, having biblical debates is better than gossiping. You know what I'm saying? It's better than nonsense. You know what I mean? So, between Sister Naomi, the trench coat, and the New York Yankees, I don't know what he was talking about with Yankees. I don't know what he's talking about with that. I don't know. Jerry Merritt says, you got a PJ got a video on old men looking at young girls. That's funny. That is funny. You know what I'm saying? Definitely funny. Wait, Tony, read my comment. I show you love. Much love back to you, Naomi. Much love back. You know. Job Child, Caribbean folk in here. Caribbean folk. Golden crust. my understanding is so much clearer after debating. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's how American what? Because that's how America Yankee talk. I mean, I don't know no Yankee talk, man. I don't know what you're talking about with Yankee talk. I'm from New Jersey, man. That's in New York. I never heard of Yankee talk. You know, over there in New York, they talk like B. What up, B? What's up, B? I don't talk like that. You know what I mean? They have a different type of accent. I'm from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? The word is a function. The Holy Spirit is function, not a person. Maddie, hey brother, you're doing a good job. Thank you, appreciate it. Juan Garcia, God turned one person in my life to truly seeking holiness at my trade school after he asked me what is the Acts 238, the seal on my truck. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful vision, target, shooting, wonderful. Iron sharpeth iron, Rashid White says. We love you, Tony Harvin. Make sure you play this on your website. Jasmine Green says, I can't stand gossip. Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's better to have biblical discussions rather than gossip. I even allow those who's talking against the channel, talking against the truth of God. They you feel free to come on here. And I know some of them right now is low riding right now. It's okay to talk. If you have been talking against the truth of God, if you're a hater, whatever the case may be, say something. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to talk. I know they low riding. I do know they low riding on here. You know what I'm saying? I do know they low riding. You know. Okay. It says sparring in the ring is only good when someone is there to fight and not trying to bite you. Naomi Holmes says, "Hey, my brother talk Jersey. Yo, watch out, kid." It's funny. Adele, you're so cool, brother Tony. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. He said I got shot by the black Hebrew. I forgave the shooter, and we became friends. My name is Rondell Stroud. It was in the news. I learned that forgiveness takes back your power. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You forgave the person who shot you. That's what's up. Definitely, definitely. Wow, that's what's up, man. And I appreciate the encouragement, followers of the way for sure. All right, it's about that time to wrap it up. 1 hour and 4 minutes has passed. It was good talking to everybody. It was good. You know what I'm saying? with the conversation about the 63-year-old marrying an 18-year-old, talking about the Son of God, talking about, modest apparel and sports and things of that nature, and guns and stuff like that. Grant says, I live in Patterson, New Jersey. Fetty Wap, Monty. Who else is out there? Forgot his name. Nick the Grit. And that's how the American talk. That's why. Well, you must be like Indian or something. You must be like Indian. You know, you're from Patterson, and you say that. I can tell you're not, you know, not being racist, but you're not urban. You're not. You know what I mean? Because Fetty Wap talked the same way. And he's from Patterson. You know. Kia Robinson says, "Peace be." For sure, Jerry. For sure, for sure. Follows of the way says, "Why did they remove your old channel? This is the channel right here. This is it right here." Before I go, I'm gonna talk about that. It was two videos they flagged for, like, cyberbullying and stuff like that, in which, it was a manual person who viewed my channel. I believe it was a mistake, because the two videos was like faith and doubt, and one was like, love the way God made you. I'm like, how could those two videos be cyberbullying and harassment? It didn't make no sense. So I had to really talk to some people up there at YouTube and stuff like that. They removed it, and then they took it away. Another glitch happened. It was like glitches. It's like it was a mistake on their end. So it wasn't nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? It was just a glitch. That's all. So this is the same channel. You know, and they're really watching, the videos as far as like with like homosexuality and stuff like that. So I'm back, and I'm here. So they can't stop Tony giving us the truth. All right. When I was in the world, I was with a man. I'm 35 years older than me. I don't recommend. Wow. Mm. All right. It's about time to wrap it up. Maybe I got any more questions or whatever, just let me know. We could touch on it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, wrapping it up right now. Shout out to everybody who's been coming on here. You know what I'm saying? Sandra Moore, this is the conclusion. This is the conclusion. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had y'all lunchtime. Now it's my lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? What's the question? I'm about to cook lunch: cornbread and butter beans. No more meat, maybe chicken. Butter. I don't know about no butter beans. I don't know about that. You know. Before we conclude, what y'all having for lunch? What y'all having for lunch before we go? What y'all having for lunch? You know, I'm about to have me a chicken wrap, grilled chicken, Caesar dressing, Parmesan cheese, lettuce on it. Some croutons, and I think it's a body armor drink. You know, body armor drink. What up, Henry? Um, .com says, peace, Don. Peace, Don. God bless you too. How can I post Gino's videos on my channel since I don't post videos of my own? My the best thing for you to do is, try to get clearance on that. You know what I'm saying? Try to get authorization, because some people, they posting up Gino, but they don't got no authorization. You know what I'm saying? So try to get authorization. Just email the church, say you're interested in posting the truth of God. You're doing it for the right reasons and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure, secretary or they'll get back at you. But as long as you're doing it for the right reasons in general, you know what I mean? It's cool. Just for the right reasons. You know what I mean? For sure, Juan. For sure. For sure. For sure. Naomi Holmes says, "My question: Are you gonna Chappelle use some food when you get off?" Absolutely. Chicken wraps, grilled chicken wraps. Somebody says steak and eggs. Wow, I should go to Food Lion and get me a T-bone. That sound good. We're steak and eggs. That'd definitely put me to sleep. I had baked chicken and string beans. String beans. Ugh. I'll take the baked chicken, but the string beans, mama and grandmama say, you better eat your greens, boy. They used to always say that. I never liked string beans or collard or what is that? Collard greens or whatever that stuff is. Pink beans. What is that? I never heard of no pink beans. Rice and stewed chicken. That sound all right. Long John Silver's. I don't eat fast foods. Fast food is poison. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't know if Long John Silver's is like more so homemade-ish. It's some restaurant that's out there that's like they homemade-ish, but me personally, fast foods, it just does something to my stomach, you know? Cut out processed foods like you should cut out that false word. He said breakfast for lunch. Thanks, Maddie. Stir fried ground turkey and broccoli. I'm cooking G. What is that? What is G? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that is. Y'all making me hungry. He said, let my bro go. Mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. Okay. What? Stir fried hog mogs. What is that? Pink beans. I'm from the Caribbean. It resembles red beans or kidney beans. Oh, okay. Okay. Salmon and crackers for my lunch. All right, that's not bad. Bro, Tony, do you have live every day? I was looking for something and saw your live. It, not every day, but it just if I got time every day to do a live, I will. But if it's a day that I skip, then I must be like busy or something. You know what I mean? Intermediate fasting. you know. So yesterday I was on live in the evening. Today I'm on live in the afternoon. And maybe I'll be on live tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. You know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, everybody shot their lunch, whatever the case may be. It's time to go. Once again. Okay, all right. Somebody asked another question before I go. Can you post a video about your testimony before and after accepting the truth? It's up there. It's up there. It's 2 videos up there. Me having a testimony on how I came across the truth of God and stuff like that. It's 2. Just type in Tony Harvin testimony. It should pop up. You know what I'm saying, on YouTube. Yeah, type it in. It's up there. Homemade chicken enchiladas, Waffle House. Waffle House. Never had it. Somebody spoke about Waffle House. See, places like that is like more so homemade-ish versus like McDonald's. So if a restaurant is like more so homemade-ish, I might try it out. But if it's like McDonald's, chicken nuggets, Big Macs, and stuff like that, man, it just messes my stomach up, messes my esophagus, acid reflux, what I mean, all that other stuff. Ugh, you know. Okay, Jose, what up, brother? I just started like a month or two ago watching Gino. Absolutely, chicken feet. I saw chicken feet in the supermarket. All right, it's time to go. It's time to go. I'm hungry. So thank everybody for tuning in. Maybe I'll be on live tomorrow. Just hit the notification bell on my channel. Make sure you hit all, because a lot of people saying that they're not receiving notification upon videos and lives and stuff like that. Because when you subscribe to a channel, you got to hit the notification bell in order to be notified about videos and things of that nature. Once you hit the notification bell, if you don't see the 3 selection they give you, like all or none or partial, whatever the case may be, to receive all notifications upon the YouTuber whenever he puts the video out. You want to hit that, or you want to double check to see if you hit the notification bell. Thanks, generous man. Thanks, Sandra, Jose. God bless you too. For sure, Naomi Hope, Soul Train. Funny. Generous man. Blessings, blessed one. All right, we're wrapping it up, concluding. May you all have a blessed day. Enjoy your lunch. I got a video coming out soon. For sure, I have Vision Talk and Shoot. Thanks a lot. Blessings to you too. Got a video coming out soon. couple hours. So stay tuned on that. Is on Woman's Head Covering by Gino Jennings, coming out in a couple of hours. You know what I mean? So everybody enjoy. Have a blessed day. Peace at Rolling with Angie TV. Much love, much prayers to you all. Enjoy your lunch. I'm out. Peace.